Welcome to Borderlands 2, where your pistols act like sniper rifles, and your aim is so bad you couldn't hit yourself if you tried. Borderlands 2 came out in 2012 and was the successor of Borderlands 1, but we don't talk about that one. No one cares about that one. I decided to play this game again for nostalgia reasons, and also because I've never actually finished the game, mostly because of my ever-decreasing attention span, and also because as a kid I was not a stranger to the concept of forgetting games existed. So I recently sat down and started the grind through it and decided to record it, because, as always, it's been way too long since I made a video. But this time it's not my fault. I've had papers to write and exams. I've actually been busy, not just lazy. So, I booted it up and... Wait, what the fuck? Where am I? What am I doing? What is this gun? An angel? What? Oh, okay, no. Back to square one. So I started a new game, as the sneaky beaky assassin type, of course, and instantly had nostalgia hitting me like a freight train. I haven't used that metaphor before. Handsome Jack, Claptrap, that guy. It really felt like the gang was back together again.
Of course, I forgot. The safe house power box stopped working after Claptrap attempted to integrate with it. What a kid!
The gang, of course, is metaphorical because I don't have friends who own this game and can play with me. Well, that's not my fucking fault, though. I'm not the one who forgot to program a split screen feature into the Steam version because I guess the Borderlands devs don't care about me and my attempts to play with friends. And I mean, you technically can rummage around in the game's files and hold the game at fucking gunpoint and force it to play split screen, but I don't want to do that. That sounds terrible. So I am left to wander Pandora, that's the name of the world, alone, with no one but my weird hologram to keep me company. Now the main thing I noticed was how much easier this game is now. I mean, really, I get to all the boss fights, spoiler alert for a 10-year-old game, by the way, and I think back to when I fought them as a middle schooler and how hard they were, just to be met with confusion and surprise when I killed a boss without even dying once. My other theory for why I found this game so much easier is that I don't think I did too many side quests when I played the game before. Like, as I'm writing this script, I'm already level 20, which is the level that I was at when I first loaded up the game at the start of the video. I was definitely out of my depth on a lot of those fights when I played earlier because holy shit. That's another thing. This game does something that is so much better than what you see in a lot of other open world RPGs. It doesn't overload you with 1,000 fucking side quests. And for someone who, when given the ability to, will obsessively organize my inventories or bases in a game, it brings me so much happiness to see at least some organization in my quest menu. Okay, but you probably don't want to hear any more stories about how I cleaned my room on Tuesday. Let's talk about gameplay. And the story. Fuck you, you aren't getting out of hearing me tell you about the writing in this game. Wait, no, come back, please, no, don't close out of the window, please, just come back, I promise it won't be that bad.
Be honest with yourself, kid. Do you really think you can stop me? I knew you were gonna go for Roland. I'm smarter than you. I mean, I don't mean to condescend, that's just a fact. I'm sorry, condescend. It's a word that means talk down to. You got that, kitten?
He just call you kitten?
Yeah, he did. The combat is solid. I mean, of course it would be, it's an FPS. If a perfectly aligned shot didn't hit and the melee attacks had the same damage as if you didn't swing your weapon at all, we wouldn't call it a finished game, we would call it Sea of Thieves. But seriously, the combat is satisfying, dopamine heavy, and while it doesn't require the CSGO or Halo levels of strategy, it has its moments that require fast-paced, strategic thinking. Oh, also, it has that fucking weapon damage mechanic I complained about in another video I made. Seriously, like what the this game does not take itself seriously, which is something that while some might consider obnoxious, I just find hilarious, although that's probably a reflection of my nostalgia and not the jokes themselves.
Again? Jack's tearing Pandora apart to find the vault. They say Jack's drilling operations are causing those earthquakes. That, or your mom just got out of bed. Zing! Oof.
I can't believe Anthony Birch put a fucking your mom joke in this game. Its goofy, sometimes fourth wall breaking style of writing is a perfect addition to the cartoony art style it adopts. Okay, as I'm saying this, I realize I'm trying to analyze a fucking FPS joke game. But fuck it, I'm already 2 pages in, so we aren't turning back now.
It definitely has some outdated language mixed in there, but I just view that as a sign of its time and prefer to engage with the other parts of the game. As for the story itself, I mean, it's good. I haven't finished it at the time of making this video, but if my perspective on that changes after I finish it, I'll add a disclaimer in the description.
This is a song for Mordecai's stupid bird. Annie.
I don't think the story is where the writing is at its strongest. I think it's a pretty simple, big bad evil guy versus the new guy in town story, with an interesting world to back it up.
I was taking a leak. One of them knocked me out.
Wow, you are a dumbass.
I think the writing is at its strongest in the characters that it develops, not because they're particularly endearing, I can't say I would cry if any of them died, but more due to them being characters with exaggerated traits to the point of being hilarious. Well, that's about all I have to say about Borderlands, and if you managed to stick through my ramblings, thank you, seriously. Thanks again to all the new people who are here, and I hope to have another video up soon. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. Consider checking out another one. Who knows, maybe it'll tickle your fancy. But with that, I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next one.